Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now in today's video I'm going to be looking at the ever popular Logitech Pro X Superlight gaming mouse. But first, a quick disclaimer. So instead of a full-blown review, of which there are many on YouTube already, I'm just going to go through 5 reasons why I still would take a look at this mouse in 2023, showing you what I have learnt from using the mouse over the past few months and why I still keep going back to it and using it. But for the benefit of balance, I've also added in 5 reasons why not to get this, and all links, if you want to skip forward to those, are in the description below. So to kick off, first and most obvious thing that is absolutely banging about this Logitech Pro X Superlight mouse is the weight. It's a light one. As the name would suggest, it's super light, coming in at only 60 grams, give or take a gram. And this is with a full body, no holes or pieces cut out to save weight. To put that into perspective, here are some other things I've weighed to compare it. So the cable and the accessories that it comes with is 50 grams. The empty box that it came in is over 3 times heavier at 194 grams. A single Nintendo Switch Joy-Con is 51 grams. A banana on its own is nearly 3 times heavier at 162 grams. And 2 AA batteries weigh in at the same 61 grams. So secondly is the comfort. This is a very comfy mouse. Most people will have no issues with this, but those with small hands may want to look at a specifically designed smaller mouse, such as the G705, but it really is personal preference. My boy uses it and actually prefers this to the G705. There are hardly any buttons on the Superlight, but the placement of the ones that are there are ideal for the right-handed players amongst us. 2 on the side, the scroll wheel, and of course the left and the right click. The angle of slope of the left and the right is perfect for the claw, fingertip or palm grips, with the peak height of the mouse being only a few millimeters from the rear of the click buttons. So this leads me nicely onto the button clicks, and here's what they sound like. As you heard, they're short, snappy and precise. There is very little post-travel and movement before click is under a millimetre. There are mods you can do to eliminate any travel whatsoever, which is a nice touch, but it's not essential for a decent experience. Yes, there is some movement between them, but I never found this to really be an issue, as when I clicked it, it would be enough room for them apart not to interfere with each other. As for the side buttons, they're just as good, nicely placed, but that's for us right-handed players, remember. If you're left-handed, maybe skip to later in the video where I go through reasons not to get this mouse. Now fourth up is the battery. The lack of RGB helps here, as you can get a whopping 70 hours of battery from it. In fact, the only light that come on is the connection LED on the top. That's it. So I have mine sat on a charging dock whenever I'm not using it, and so in the months that I've been using it, I've never actually run out of battery. In fact, I don't think I've even come close. 70 hours is plenty. Now the final reason to get this mouse is for the techies amongst us, and that is the tech packed in with this sensor and the connection. Firstly, the sensor in the mouse is the Logitech's Hero sensor. I'm not sure how much better mouse sensors are going to evolve in the coming years. It has 100 to 25,600 DPI, a max acceleration of 40G, max speed of 40 IPS and 0 smoothing, acceleration and filtering, which in layman's term basically means for the price you are getting what is close to an esports mouse as you are likely to ever need. The connection uses Logitech wireless Lightspeed technology, which polls at 1,000 times a second. Mice that are dripping out in 2023 have a higher polling rate, but I'm yet to test these if there's any practical difference that I can notice while playing. So we'll see. I'd also like to make an honourable mention here to the skates. The things slide along superbly on my mat, and with being PTFE, hopefully it will last the test of time. So there we have it then, there's 5 reasons to get the Logitech Pro X Superlight. All in all, this mouse is superb, but it isn't without its hiccups. And here's 5 that I think you probably need to consider first. Firstly, are you a micro USB snob? I am, it annoys me, and this mouse charges using micro USB. It's one of the reasons I charge with a dock, as I can't believe there hasn't been an updated version yet with the USB-C. So, till then, we're stuck with it. On the front is the micro USB slot, and the cable has a claw either side to help seat it and prevent movement. But yeah, micro USB. Secondly, remember I said how smooth it was and how smooth it felt along the body? Well, you're going to need that included grip tape. I found it was just too smooth to use, to lift and direct on my desk, especially when moving fast. There is grip tape included, but it's black and it makes the white mouse look, well, a little bit odd. But good news is it can be removed. I fitted my grip tape the day I got the mouse, and I removed it for the purposes of this video, and it seems to have held its shape, but can't be sure if to do this any more times for fear of stretching or ripping it. And it will add a tiny bit of weight, but not so much that it's noticeable. You can buy third-party grip tape, which I have done for a future video, but this just adds to your bottom line as it costs around £10 a set. So third on the list is the design. It's very safe. There's no RGB, there's no more than 2 extra buttons, it looks safe, it feels safe, and overall, it just looks like any regular mouse. Let's put it this way, it's understated, something that might put people off. If you want a mouse that screams RGB and has more buttons on it than your average Razer Naga, I will add to the weight, battery and overall feel, so this won't be for you. But having said that, it's an average mouse that will suit most people. Fourth up is what I mentioned earlier when discussing comfort. This mouse can be used if you're left-handed, but kind of makes the 2 side buttons redundant. It's nice and comfy as it's a pretty symmetrical mouse, so if you are left-handed, you need to decide if you're actually going to use these side buttons or if you can press them with your ring and your pinky finger. That's your decision. Finally, the last reason then might put you off this mouse is the price. Its RRP is still $150 or £150, which is a lot for a mouse. Recently though, I've seen the prices drop to a more manageable £110, £120, which is better, but only you can decide whether or not that price is worth it for you. I paid £150 back in the day, and I still think it's worth it, but if it were to go down to £99 on Amazon, I think I'd snap their hand off. So there we have it then, a quick rundown of the reasons to get and not to get the Logitech Pro X Superlight. Let me know down in the comments below why you've picked it up, or are you thinking of getting one, or are you never going to get one? Let me know. If there are any other mice you'd like me to look at, mention it below and I will take a look. Till the next video, bye bye.